Okay, so we are going to be starting our round now, and I request the people in the audience to either keep your voices down or kindly exit the room. To the poets, you have exactly 4 minutes to deliver your poem. Judge Evers is going to be running a timer for us. She will be notifying you when you have used 1 minute and re-notify you again when you have a minute left. When you have 10 seconds left, she will count down for you. The moment she says your time is done, kindly stop at that. All right, good luck. The round starts now. Praise on stage. Thank you.
You are 1,000 faces, but none can see. None can see your whole shell, the whole ghost inside of me. Anxiety. Anxiety whispers to me. Hold on tight. The darkness will soon envelop the light. The morning breaks, but not for me. A muted sun, the muted sea is all I can see. The air hangs heavy with all the threads so thick. Inside my head are 2 voices, anxiety and depression. One push from one push down, all fighting for a fragile crown. My tethered heart, as torn as it seems, I am a prisoner of warring dreams. I told myself it was the last time. Just one more drink, just one more time. Because the world had hurt me so much. So I drank to drown to finally sleep. It was not my fault. I just wanted a world where the sky is so blue. A world where tears don't multiply. But the substance is a liar. It cannot give the love you need to live. Each drink, each pill, each smoke is high. I borrowed a love to the sky. But in the stillness, the shadows grew. The broke me too. I lost myself in that endless night, chasing for peace but losing my sight. The friends I love slipped through my hand, faces erased. But I told myself it was the last time. When she smiled at me, that last time took my brother's laughter, my mother's trust, my father's pride. That last time left me alone, staring at the person I said I would never become. That last time. Then I realized, but I didn't want to live either. Just sat down. The way it said, I just want my child. But what hurts the most hurting thing is that I'm not running from the world. I am running from myself. And every escape just takes me further from the person I could have become. But if you are there, you're just like me, you're feeling what I felt, you need to hear this. The pain does not just go away quickly, but so does hope. And you just know you are more worth living and saving. You are the anchor, you are the one. Light your way. Thank you.
Thank you so much, speaker, for the incredible piece. Let us have the next speaker.
A letter to my friend. I write, Dear Tinantine, my address, your heart. My address is to your heart. Dear Tinantine, my requisition is a quest of honesty, for I am your friend, for I know where you have been and I understand you. But they will leave you. These drugs, they will leave you, my friend. Dear Tinantine, I write my letter and I start. For early maturity is never talked about. Early maturity is never seen. You who was raped by her father, he came back drunk, lost. He lost his way into your womb. He entered and pushed out. Your life was destroyed. Your mother wouldn't bear the shame, and she ran away. Suicide, she went to. Dear Tinantine, I write my letter to you, my dear friend, and I hold you close because you are a treasure. Life hit you at an early age. I see that in your face, for you are seeking help. Dear Tinantine, who remembers but me? Who remembers but me when I had to take a drug? Yes, you feel so high. You feel so high the top, yet it will bring you down. It will bring you down and you will fall alone. You will fall alone, vanquished and small. Dear Tinantine, I know you want acceptancy. You seek to be accepted in your small, fragile pieces, fragments of hope, for you yearn to see that. Dear Tinantine, I write my letter to you, and in my body I put what I want for you to see. Hold my hand. I'm not here to say sorry, no, but I'm here to take away the worry, for I know it's a daily struggle each and every day. Life is hard, they say, but life is not bad. We can walk through this together. Dear Tinantine, I write my letter, my dear friend, and I wish to address your pain. My dear Tinantine, listen to me. I know addiction, just one more is what you seek. The alcohol, the vaping, for you want to be the queen. The vaping, for you feel you need the release. You need the hallucination of peace. My dear Tinantine, you will lose it all. They will leave the drugs. The drugs will leave one by one. They will lose you. They will use you. They will leave you lost. But the most precious person you will lose is yourself. So stand strong as your name. Do not fear. Dear Tinantine, your faithful friend writes to you, stand strong. Do not lose yourself, for you are stronger than this. When you lose yourself, you will live alone for family. For I woke up and my mother was crying. She was asking, why did I do this? She was crying and she was saying, I thought you'd never wake up. Drugs do not only kill you, they kill the rest. One by one, family goes away. These friends that tend to pretend, they will all leave you. Tinantine, I know you seek help. But I want you to know, my dear friend, that I can help you hold your hand. Let's walk to the rehabilitation center. Let's find peace there. Stand strong, my friend. We can go through this together.
Thank you so much, speaker, for the incredible piece. Next.
In the city of God, I hear they don't accept sinners, but you can't walk the path with winners when every step you take is a sin. This isn't a story like any other, heartbreaks or anything like that. It's a story with one where the pressure that you carry on your back is a weight that drowns you in a river you can't see. The air becomes the water. You can't seem to understand what's happening. Next thing you know, it's release, but the release is found in a bottle. The booze becomes the air, and suddenly it's like a river. You're swimming and you're not drowning anymore. It's a high, it's a relief. 1 hour, 2 hours, you're dead on the street outside the bar because they couldn't take you in anymore. It's past time. No one knows you're struggling. You hide out there and you tell people with your smile that you're fine. When they ask a question, it's okay, I'm fine. The smile shows no crack. The heart broken, shattered in pieces, lying on the floor. 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. Before you know it, you're down a road you can't go back. Suddenly from all-star student, you're making it to the You're in the trench the next morning. No home, no job, no family, no friends. You've lost it all. Not even rehab can be your savior. God abandoned you too. The streets have no place for you. Even the bottle can't save you anymore. It's now your suffocation. Next thing, you want to make it right. You find yourself at 50, growing at the ends. Suddenly, you lost friends that you want to make it up to, but you can't because of cocaine blends. Those drugs, that beautiful taste, the scent, the sniff, it was all it took to fall into that hole. And a life lost, shackled to booze with a price called life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, speaker, for the incredible piece. Next.
Ask me and I'll tell you a tale. Ask me and I'll tell you the tale of my fall. January, February, I hit a wall. I hit it so bad that I thought I could not return. Financial oppression, I thought it was, but no, it was social rejection. No, let me remember. It was anxiety and depression. March, April, here it comes. I get a suggestion, but no, it was an introduction to something I thought was better. But no, it was the center of my fall. This is the tale of my fall. May, June, I meet him. He was very handsome and charming. He was kind and sweet. How could I resist him? Marijuana was standing in front of me. With his bright smile, I couldn't resist. He said, "Come," and I followed. Marijuana, I couldn't refrain because he was my knight in shining armor. July, August, here it falls. I meet her, heroine. I thought heroines are only in movies, but this is my movie and she is my heroine. She was perfect because she took me to cloud 9 when I needed her the most. I remember September like it was yesterday. I remember September because in September I met my best friend. I named my best friend Coke. Coke was there for me in the hardest of times. Coke stood there for me. Coke defended me.
Because coke was the only cocaine in the world who could take away the pain that the rain couldn't drain. This is a tale of my fall. It's now October. October was the worst because I knew that weed was the healer. I could not take heed to what others said because now I'm a dealer. I indeed sell them because I am a seller. It's early November. In this cold prison cell, I sit all alone. Who is there with me? Nobody but the words on the wall that read, "You could have done better." It is mid-November. I now remember everything that happened when Steve offered me a job and I did not take the offer, for now I suffer. It is early December. Early December, I now remember what mother told me in January: "Leave Mike alone, let him go and walk." But I despised the power of peer pressure. I still remember my health teacher telling me, "Avoid those things," but I did not take heed because I thought we'd had the power. It is still early December, and since I still have a voice, let me give you a choice to make, because this is the right decision. It is still December and I'm still alive, so let me speak to you young men and young women. This is the way to go. It is still December, the year's not yet ended, but my future is in chaos. I am rugged and jobless in this prison cell without liberation. Before this, I couldn't live without the injection. What am I to do? This is a tale of my fall. Thank you.
Thank you so much, speaker, for the incredible piece. Next person.
Five things I said I will never do. 1, I said I will never drink to forget. But forgetting was the only way to ease the pain. I told to myself, only one glass to ease the pain, one glass to soothe the sound, one glass turned to a bottle to an ocean, and an ocean drowned all the things I hoped I will have to hold on to. I said I will never light up, but smoke was the only way to exhale the pain. I took in smoke just to exhale each and everything that really disturbed my heart. Each drug had a promise. Take it, you'll be okay. Take it, everything will be fine. Take it, but nothing happened. It's just something that blurred my vision from what I was actually supposed to do. What exactly pushes you to burn your lungs just to feel some warmth? I say to myself, I will never try to numb the pain. But at some point, numbing was easier than the bitterness of feeling. I took pills like they were the answer, drowning myself with little miracles that flooded my blood, leaving my brain, my heart, my soul calm. But no one told me. No one told me of the harshness. No one told me of the bitterness. No one told me of the outcomes of what would actually happen. I told myself I will never chase away my family. But my shame built walls faster than I could break them down. I told myself they wouldn't understand. I told myself my darkness was something I had to handle myself. I covered myself with smoke. Its whispers higher than the voices of those who actually loved me to stay. And what did I lose?
their company, their love, their friendship, I say to myself, I will never lose myself. I said I'll never lose myself, but losing myself was the only way to survive. Losing myself was the only way to survive. And I see you, I see you. You're trying to drown yourself. You're trying to follow that path. You're trying to follow the alley of doom. Now let me tell you one thing. What you're seeking is temporary. What you'll get in the end will last for a while, but what you're losing will never return. See, the smoke is not freedom. The pain release is not peace. The escape from reality is nothing compared to the parts of yourself that you lose in the end. You see, if I had the chance to go back in time, if I had the chance to talk to myself back, then I would tell myself one thing. Staying is hard, but that is exactly what brings the healing.
Thank you so much, speaker. Next.
I start my poem in 3, 2, 1. Growing sucks. When I was younger, I used to wish I had my birthday more than once a year. I couldn't wait to be older for someone to ask me to do something, and I would simply say no. You see, by then that was a blast. But as I grew older, blew out more birthday candles along with my expectations of adulthood, along with my expectations to it. I started to see that my childhood imagination started to fade. My childhood imagination started to fade. You see, my mind was growing. My mind was growing. I started thinking of things. My mind, a torrent of thoughts. I started to dress a certain way. You see, because I had to impress my bane of existence. Money became my standard. You see, all the pressures of society doubling on me, I had to uphold a certain standard. But no matter how much I tried, these voices in my mind wouldn't calm down. Profanity after profanity, I was lost. I was lost. I was lost. I started to find myself. You see, these voices in my head wouldn't let up. I needed to feel something other than despair. My anxiety rivaled into despair. My despair, I started spiraling into depression. I needed to feel something else. And as I kept spiraling, the only rope that I could see were drugs, so I held on tight. And in the haze of drugs, I found relief. In the haze of drugs, I found relief, but I should have known that nothing good lasts long, and soon my relief turned to addiction, and my addiction turned to habit, and I couldn't stop this habit. My body became a slave to drugs. My body became a slave to drugs. The family who was supposed to stick by me through thick and thin walked out the door. My friends who were never really my friends left me a hollow shell. I wandered the streets. My mind in tatters. But if I could go back, I would change everything. I would be happy. What we need is inclusivity. We need to encourage people to be happy the way they are, not to change themselves to fit under the pressures of society. That is what we need. We need inclusivity. We need counseling and guidance for children. No one needs to end up like me, where the only hope that can hold you up are the drugs that soon turn into a habit and you lose yourself. Because everyone deserves to live, love, and be loved. Thank you.
Thank you so much, speaker, for the incredible piece. Next person.
Thank you. My poem is called Girlfriend. 1, 2, 3. Yo, Wagwan. I come to speak nothing I want to wait, I want to feel the heat. But today, I don't come to speak to you as a Rastafarian. I was those days, a drug addict. I was those days. I come to speak to you as an agent of change. Look, I was young then, but right now I'm here. I felt I had something inside, but it wasn't clear. It was only then that I used to give myself names just to be sincere. I grew up naive of the truth that is also going severe. Yearning, calling, longing to be freed from everything in relief. But no one was willing or to listen, just to volunteer. But now that I'm free, I'm ready to tell you loud and clear. You need to change. And don't interfere. Cause you see, lately I've been spending a lot of time in my head than anywhere else. Not celebrating parties, but fighting battles in my head. Battles against anxiety, battles against shame, battles against pain, battles against love that I feel that I've never gained. I've felt like a stranger and an outcast in my own skin. Because you see, problems keep looking for me, just like the way they're looking for you. But the way we make and get out of these matters to me and you. If I'm to write a book about my story, my past history, it could be made of chapters of disgrace and pain, horrors of fame. The disgrace, the days of disgrace that have become part of me. Just like the day that I was abandoned on my wedding day. The day that I was raped and nobody cared because they think men cannot be raped. The day that I lost my job because I had an ugly face. The day that my mother died and my father abandoned me on the next day. The day that I screamed to God but couldn't listen to me. But look, within the due course, just like you, I got into a relationship. I found a girlfriend. A girlfriend that became my everything, that gave me happiness and I needed nothing, that within the path, I would be laughing within those moments. I would be in heaven talking to Gabriel, and all the sessions would be magic. That was my girlfriend. My drug was my girlfriend, and we had a strong relationship. But our relationship was toxic because my girlfriend was in control of my everything, my consciousness. The one that promised me love and everything later turned against me from those days that I killed my best friend under the influence of my girlfriend, the days that I blacked out and then I realized that it wasn't everything, the days that I realized that I need you and me, just like the person that donated to me a liver when mine was destroyed, and I realized that drugs are not everything. You just have to find a way, make yourself way out, and realize that you're not in this alone. Because maybe that's enough. Enough to free you from everything. That's enough to keep you loving day to day. Enough to say amen.
Thank you so much, speaker, for the incredible piece. Next person. Please and please, audience, if you cannot keep quiet or minimize your voice, you can as well just move out. Thank you. People at the back, if you cannot minimize your voice, you can as well just move out. Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to begin my poem in 3, 2, 1. A year has 365 days, but each day of my calendar has been blacklisted. Well, let me tell you about day 1. I walked into my classroom with my smile as bright as the sun, till one of my neighbors whispered and told me, "This is going to change your life." He told me that was the sound of my butt, and everybody in the room laughed like it was a cynic song of mockery. You see, when they say in conclusion, they say we shall add the last nail to the box. Indeed, this nail was painful when he told me that my nose is the biggest part of my face. It occupies almost an acre of land, and that statement burnt me down into pieces. Even if we were to call Fireman Sam, he would find me when I am burnt down. You see, day 2, as I was sleeping in my classroom, I stood up only to see a map of Africa behind my dress, and everybody in the class laughed out loud, not knowing that this is the pain of the journey of being a woman. But then I asked myself, what of day 3, 4, 5, 6, the 365 days of a year? What makes them happy to me when I don't have anything to be happy about? So what is merry about Christmas, and what will be happy about Easter? You see, I cry myself to sleep, and if my pillow were to speak, it would narrate my pain like a story. You see, my pain multiplied itself into depression till I wanted to make myself feel like the guest of honor. So I decided to take some weed to make myself feel safe. And with that, I wanted to find better insight. I wanted to find delight. But I was forgetting that I was getting engaged to this weed. We only missed a priest and an altar to tell us till death do you part. You see, I did not realize that being married to him would actually destroy my life by him eating me inside out. So when they tell us that borrow a leaf, I want you to carry the whole tree, because if I was able to break out, you as well can. So as I leave, I tell you something. Hold on to your sorrows, because God is coming to pick you up, and you will find yourself in a better place.
Thank you so much, speaker, for the incredible piece. Next person, please.
When I tell you I understand what you're going through, I don't say it to console you, I mean it. When I tell you everything is going to be all right, I don't say it to console you, but to show you there is light after the fight. When I tell you everything is going to be all right, when I tell you you're going to make it, I don't say it to motivate you, I don't say it to console you, I say it because it's true. I've made it. Most stories begin with a genesis, but I like to start where it all ended because that's my favorite part. I wanted love, I got it, but it left me. I wanted to be confident, I was overconfident. But it all ended. I wanted to be loved. I wanted to be loved for who I am and not just for a phone call for provision. I wanted to be recognized as human. I wanted to be recognized as human, not just as a woman. Not just as a woman expected to be beautiful, expected to go unto society's wills. But it all ended. It all ended when my mother left me. All that I ever wanted was gone the moment my mother left me. She was tired. She was frustrated of calling me a nuisance since I couldn't hold my addiction in place. I would wake up every day, drink until I sleep off and fall off onto the chairs, and I hoped my pain would fade away. Sometimes I hoped I would wake up happy, but it never worked. I used to wake up the same as I slept, not even close to happy. I felt sadder. I drowned in my own pain day and night, and I hoped for the best, but the best, yet I sought the worst. My mother left me, I missed her. I wanted love and she left me. My attention was gone. All that I ever wanted was gone. Soon, I needed a friend because I was lonely. No one to talk to, no one to go to. Drug was the only option because I longed to set myself free from all this pain. Soon, I laughed, cried, laughed, and cried. I wanted to be happy. In moments when I was supposed to be happy, I felt nothing. In moments when I felt I should be sad, I felt nothing. When I thought I should cry, I still felt nothing because I was empty on the inside. And all I longed for was to be filled with love. Things happen in life. Life is full of ups and downs. Things do not go as we plan, but we always have to yearn for a better tomorrow. We do not give up today because there is always something ahead. My mother whispered to me. She said, "Daughter, I see you. I see those pills. I see you drown your sorrows in those drinks. But you're no better than a dead woman. Put yourself right, otherwise we shall unite." Only then did I realize. I realized that if at all I wasn't to put an end to this madness of mine, I was to lose everybody. So make the better decision.
Thank you so much, speaker. The next person.
I grew up knowing, I grew up wishing that the ball would keep in my hands as my willie. Little did I know the disastrous cancer was killing. The shadow of death called upon my mother to the grave and gave her a haunting death. My father kept me with my furious stepmother. Every day was a no party. Day after day was a war party. Every single meal I had came with punches, pokes, pushes, and slaps. I cried out to the angels above and the demons below for help. For nobody was a nobody by everybody. I sought my past sweet red letter days through the bottle of vodka I held every day, for it gave me happiness along the streets of Mubende. And for the sweet white cocaine, man, just gave me wings and made me fly like Red Bull that makes you fly with no wings. And for the sweet Cuba, it just hit my mind and made me forget that last call that called my mother to the grave. I saw everything like a tree, so I did everything on my own feet. But in trying to seek my past sweet red letter days, I lost everything. I live a life on borrowed time. Not even my body is on my body. For I sold my lung to buy the white cocaine, and my lung hurts like I sniffed black cocaine. My liver hangs like a design in my body with no protein. My heart that once pumped blood through my veins pumps vodka through every single vein of my body. Getting drugged up can never be a solution. Go to your grandmother for consolation, for it can be a solution. Get good friends, for that is a solution. Rehabilitation is a solution. Getting drugged up can never be a solution. Rather, accepting reality could be a solution. Thank you.
Thank you so much, speaker, for the incredible piece. Next person.
Next person.
The sound of siren death was what I felt when I was on this earth. My head banging up and down. What was this terrible sound? I looked around, everything was so dark. No single creature could bark. My eyes suddenly had no sight. I couldn't feel, I couldn't touch. No power, no might. I drank liquor, yes, I felt so bigger, so high, so fine, so okay. But I grew slim in figure. I thought I could walk on this earth like a giant, but I tell you, when I had liquor in my head, I felt so good. When I smoked banger, out came the blue smoke. I thought to myself, my pain, my misery would go and flow together with the smoke. But I thought to myself, I would be fine. But I became so lonely, so confused, so down. My mind was fixed. The days I was taken to the rehabilitation center, I was fixed and I thought I would stop myself, but I still escaped and smoked more banger. I smoked a lot and I felt so good. But little did I know that this was the road to my grave. So I tell you, you who think like today is the end, I tell you the day I realized to face reality as it is, I said, to hell, I do not believe in anything, the impossibility. You were not born in slavery. So why do you need to be stuck in the hands of unbravery? I say the day I tell you, you look at yourself at the mirror, you will find that hope itself. I tell you the day flows, the day comes, but today will not be your end. The day I realized to face reality one-on-one, I understood every great building was once drawn on a piece of paper. Every king was once a baby in his mother's arms. And I personally, I was once a child of God. So what was too difficult for me to pass on? The day I realized that the more I walked, the more I talked, nothing would ever change until I realized I accepted reality as it is. I believed in the way I am. I decided to listen to my inner self. I decided to give that chance for my inner self to come out and tell me, stop. And I tell you, the day I left all those things, I was a new person. I left it all, I was changed. I left it all, I was different. The day I realized who I was. Whether the liquor, whether the banger, whether the what, I was sure this was not the end. This was not the full stop. This was not the final destination. But the day I realized who I was, the day I decided to walk on those thorns of depression, the day I realized that it is not my end, but instead the strength to overcome, was the day I realized who I was. The pain, the misery, the suffering, I decided to turn it upside down and make it my strength. If every person could rise up and say, yes, I shall face it the same way, I stand as a living testimony. And I stand and say, you should never be afraid.
Thank you for the incredible poem. Next.
Next poet,
But
Imran.
Far in the land I stayed, where I swam in the tears, where I swam in the pool of my tears every day, drowning in the ocean of pain. I was trying to penetrate through, trying to break free of the prison, of the jail that I was held in tight. I was held tight in the prison of anxiety. I never knew what to do next. For the HIV I possessed, and yet I didn't tell anyone my secret, but I kept it to myself. For they didn't listen to my they didn't listen to what I said, for I was this little boy who was not liked by everybody. For I was called stupid because I've never been successful in my education. I couldn't count the number of heartbreaks I had, for I had started developing pimples every single day. Then there I felt I was not supposed to be with them. I tried to go, I tried to flee, I tried to break through my misery, I tried to penetrate and push through my pain. I decided, I thought that I could bury my sorrow with every pill. I thought that I could bury my sorrow with every sip. I knew that I could bury my sorrow with every sniff. Every day. Then time by time, I started feeling this nice sensation. For I wanted to be in a world free. I wanted to live in the dream world where I could see the impossibilities transform to possibilities. I wanted to live in a life where I could relax. I wanted to live in a life where nobody could talk ill about me, for I found a temporary solution to my problems. Then time by time, I started moving this chameleon style, for I was drunk, filled with cocaine in my head. Wine flew through my veins. I had started feeling the pain running through my body deep down into my soul, for I was starting to destroy, self-destruct, and my body started to feel weak. The people, the trust they had in me started to wear off. The people that once loved me started to turn away. The people that once were on my side started to abuse me. But if I would take time back and leave those drugs I use every time, my dear brother, I advise you, please, they are bad. I know I lost everything that I had, for I was too greedy to escape from my reality and went to the impossibility, trying to change my personality. Now here I am, wandering through the streets, begging money to every single person that bypasses me, for I took drugs and I tried to escape my reality. Now I am in my deathbed, waiting for my death. For the HIV eats me and my brain feels so weak, for I didn't tell anyone about my problems. Now I feel so sick. So dear brother, avoid this drug abuse, for a healthy mind is a healthy nation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, speaker, for the incredible piece. Next speaker, please.
Dear diary, I sit, I sniff, and I scroll. I sit, I sniff, and I scroll. My life becoming a repeated cycle, but I cannot actually tell anybody at all. I had sat having AI for a brain and wires for veins that can only transport cocaine, that nobody could actually understand my pain. You know, that fateful night, that one night, we're taking a drive. I lost him. I lost my best friend, but nobody can actually get to comprehend, because the more that I kept on telling people that I lost him, they thought I was crazy. They thought it was just normal death. You know, they say a death reminds many of when we were children, being taken to bed by our mothers while everyone else is at a party and you can just hear screams. But then when he died, my mind went into a whole different universe. When he died, I felt so much rage, so much pain as to why I couldn't save. I felt so much pain that nobody could actually understand. So I sit, I sniff, and I scroll. I met a new best friend. You know, he takes me to heaven each and every single day. We go for different flights. He makes me float. I think I even have superpowers now. You know, he makes me so happy that he makes me feel so alive. Time after time, I kept on telling my mom I'm fine. I kept on telling her I'm busy. I kept on saying I was busy, but I was busy. I was actually very busy, but not busy in a way that they would understand. I was busy trying to calm my hands from shaking. I was busy trying to tell myself I'm okay. I was busy trying to scroll and fit into reality. Day by day, it crumbled through my brain that I had lost my best friend. Nobody was there for me. And I smile because I'm currently a psycho, because I mean, I told them I was not fine. They told me I'm only a child. How could I ever understand? So what's the point? What was the point? What was the point of me actually living? But time after time, dear diary, he has become an enemy. I now sit, scream, and rot with this breath hinged in my throat. I cannot breathe because cocaine, you let me. I thought you are my best friend. Why can't I breathe? Cocaine, why can't I breathe? You're stronger than me. I lost him, and now I can't lose you too, because nobody else is going to understand me, but I can't breathe. I can't breathe. And I feel like everything is actually going to elapse. So dear diary, I write because I saw you. Sorry, not you, but I saw her. I saw her sitting in the corner of the room with her tattoos on her skin. Everybody seeing her like as if she was flawlessly beautiful. But I saw her. I do see you. I see you trying to scream. I see a pen running through your veins, but nobody can actually understand and complete. But I tell you, scream. I can't scream. My screams are muffled. I cannot scream. But scream as loud as you can. Go for the therapy. Go for the therapy. Go for the advice. Don't become a psycho like me because I'm currently being suffocated by cocaine and I have nothing to do. But go for therapy. Go for therapy because I lost one and I'm losing one again. Go for therapy. Get good friends. Don't get bad friends like cocaine. So dear diary, help her, give her my words.
All right, thank you so much, speaker, for the incredible piece. Next person.
I personally lived a life of depression, suffering, brutality, violence, and all sorts of things a child would never want to live. I personally was mistreated by my own father, and my mother. They themselves, what took place between them, they could not keep the secrets between themselves. They did not consider me as a child in their family. And that shocked me. It did not let me get the education I deserved. It did not get me to realize the mistakes I was going to do in my life. I had no one to tell this problem. Even the people I had in school could not understand me. They could not read the pain I had in my life. So I decided to take drugs. And this was what led to what you are seeing now. I am in prison with you, child. Do not accept that, child. Do not accept to be like me. That road you are taking, that road you are deciding to take is filled with darkness, filled with lots of thorns. Do not take that path, child. You have a chance. You have that chance. Go to the Lord, to church, pray. You have the chance. You have the chance. Take that chance and pray to the Lord to guide you. Do not be like me. I took the wrong path to take drugs. I could approach my mother, but I did not. I could approach my father, but I did not. I went through financial problems, but guess what? Even the little I had was put to drugs. Who cannot understand that the drugs are a wrong solution? I am actually realizing that now. Child, you see me here? I know you would not desire to be like me. Child, take the chance. Take the chance. Use it now. You are a youth. Style up. Build up your mind. You are the future generation. Your siblings are looking at you. Everyone there. Child, don't break me. Don't. You have the chance. It's never late. Never is it. Don't be like me. Child, what you are facing now is a problem. What you are doing now is more than an issue. Don't be like me. The best solution is the Lord, for He is the healer and giver of everything. James says, the Lord gives generously and graciously to all. Take the chance, seek the Lord, and you will be there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, speaker, for the incredible piece. Let us have the next speaker.
Is your mind just bent, or you just don't want to pay the rent? Me and you can't work out. Me and you, it's over. You, my son, have to be as high as me. You, my son, do not disappoint me. The pressure, the anxiety, the depression, the disappointment, the anxiety, the construction. I have this new habit. Call it an addiction or whatever, it's my habit. I can't stop having it, it's a habit, it's my addiction. Best buddy over there told me it was going to be a really big mistake, but little did he know this is what I've been looking for. You see, can you even look at what I'm looking at? You can't even see what I see. You see 7 C's, I see 16 C's, each of every year of the life I've lived, plus a couple more of the years that weren't accounted for. Like when the landlord came to count the money that I've subscribed to his congregation, or maybe when I did not kneel down to pray for his congregation. Well, that's no more, because now I'm high. I'm high and I don't have to kneel down and beg for your mercy. I don't have to kneel down and pay for your subscription. I don't have to be a part of your congregation. You see, I'm now high, and all of this is because of my new habit. I want it. and I love it. Unlike you, my ex-lover, who left me because you said my mental state wasn't sober. You left me and you said me and her can't be no longer. Well, now you thought you had destroyed me when you said it was over. I've got a new lover. Her name is Marijuana. I can't stop having her like she can't stop having me. I can't let go of her like she can't let go of me. We are one, you see. We can't be apart from each other. I love her. I gotta have her. It's a habit. It's my addiction. This body told me it was going to be a big mistake, and now I'm scratching myself. Stop itching yourself. Stop twitching your neck. Stop it. Stop it. The distraction. I have this habit of twitching my neck randomly, shaking uncontrollably, letting my saliva drop unconsciously, yet consciously. I have this habit. Call it an addiction or whatever. It's my addiction. You see, it's a restriction to live the fiction I put myself into because I couldn't take the right prescription, let alone any prescription. You see, I got a new lover, Marijuana, and there's a way she's a little too seductive. She seduces me each time she swings her hips towards me, and you can't see it, but I see it. She seduces me when she calls my name that I can't resist. You can't hear it, but I hear it. You see, I can't stop having her. Her beautiful scent, that smoky cigarette, tobacco scent. I can't let go of my mind. It's my habit. I gotta have it. It's a habit. It's my addiction. This body told me it was going to be a really big mistake. And now you see this drug that I thought to find peace in has become a little too peaceful, and now I'm lonely. I'm too lonely and I've lost myself. This drug that was supposed to fight the demons and oppression has now possessed me with its own evil spirits. I need counseling. I need counseling. Someone cancel this cancer out of my lungs. I need some guidance. I need some help. Be my brother even if we're not from the same mother. Be her sister even if she's not from the same mister. But I won't allow it to control me and kill me. However much it's too late for me. I can't be caged in this fiction where everything is happy yet really it isn't. I can't be caged in a world where everything should be okay yet really it isn't. I can't allow to be dying like the way I'm dying. This drug is killing me inside, and now for me it's suicide.
Thank you so much, semi-finalists, for that amazing round. This marks the end of the semi-finals round for the poetry genre senior category. See you in the finals.
Okay, thank you all so much. And right now we are going for the creative dance semi-finals.